guess we're on to Cincinnati, or we're on to our Imperial friends here.
Which one do you want to do?
Wow, we're going to start with Commander Gorin. And I'm going to flip my second page of notes.
Storm and Gorin.
Storm and Gorin. The Empire.
Oh,
So, this guy, what am
got
I
a
going to
nice
do?
I-4.
Yeah, you read that one.
After a friendly ship at range 0 to 3, with a lower initiative than yours, partially executes a maneuver, it may perform a red focus action.
Yeah,
So basically, oh, you couldn't complete that maneuver. Have a focus. It's
yeah,
okay. It's all right.
you did good.
Yeah, we're gonna give you an action just because you showed up. It's a participation award.
Are like this guy, first thing that are just like popping out at me. There's no charge tokens. So
Nope.
it's whenever one of your dumb cadets just beelines it into something. Uh, don't worry,
Here you
you get your focus. It's going to be great.
Yep. It's
Uh,
red, but that's okay,
yeah, they snuck in the lower initiative, so he can't use it on himself.
right?
And even if one of your ridiculous cadets bumps into you,
It's okay.
it's still okay.
It's okay.
You're
It's okay. It's all right. We understand you tried. Here, have your participation award. That's all it is.
so I want to definitely take some sort of alternate art to where it's like a mother with her hands on the shoulders of a child, just like wiping away tears. It's like, it's
At
okay.
a, at a,
It's
s- at a
okay.
soccer game or something.
Yeah. You know, make me, oh, geez. It's okay, Timmy or Bobby or whatever, Joey. You're fine. Here's a red focus.
It's
Um,
okay, Michael.
yeah. So basically makes certain ships bump proof. I know it's going to make it to where some of them won't be able to then K turn after they bumped. But I mean, it still might. Yeah, everybody gets a trophy. Oh, Jesus, that's such a good one too.
Yep.
Um, I think this will be good with the sensitive controls for Robert. Sensitive controls before or during the systems phase, you can boost or barrel roll, and I believe it's a red action. So then you can then move it with the green maneuver, and then if you bumped or if you didn't time it right, you still get your red focus. So
Yep.
it's still good, I think, especially if during the systems phase you made the wrong choice. And most
Which
of
I do often.
yeah, it's well, when the hell do you ever fly interceptors?
I don't.
So the only thing I can say to this, because a lot of
Hell, I
people
don't even know why I'm on this show. I have no clue what you're talking about most of the time.
exactly. Yeah, all that stuff. So basically, it's like I know people are going to use this on the top tables and see if they can get something out of it, but this is such an amazing card for a new player.
Yep.
This is a
It's very
whoopsies.
forgiving. It's very forgiving.
Yeah. So if you're flying a bunch of I4 or not I4s, but I3 interceptors with this I4, or you got your tie swarm, whatever, it's did you bump? Take the red focus if you really need it. It's okay. We all make mistakes. You're fine. Keep playing the game. Don't give up. You know, it's just going to make that ship that they keep screwing up with just a little bit more survivable. And I think it's real.
Passive sensors. Chuck is saying, imagine passive sensors. Flip the charge, bump, get a focus, take a lock.
Yeah, yeah, it
And then
doesn't
now
work,
you
but I
never
understand.
mind. It doesn't work.
It's still that idea basically. Because if all of a sudden you're taking a bunch of I1s, this is great. You can ram your swarm into something or bump with one of them. The rest of them get their actions. This one's still going to get an action, so it can't get shot at by other ships. And then the rest of your swarm can continue on and stuff like that. So it kind of is like that passive sensors to where you're moving, something bumps you, and then you get your action once things start. But yeah, a really good card for
Yep.
newer players. So we'll see what
Yep.
comes
And
out
it's
of
an
them.
I-4, so it's starting to creep up a little bit. So I don't see it as being a bad thing. Um, yeah, it's not the world's most fantastic card, but it's solid.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very solid. So, hey, go with it, baby.
All right.
Oh, some people pay extra for this.
So this is literally the equivalent of hopeful, but this is of course the Imperial. I don't know why Imperial is obsessed with locks, even though most of their base ships can't take locks. Um,
Right.
but this will allow them to now. Disciplined. After a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, same trigger, and it has limited or disciplined. The ship that has disciplined on it gets a free target lock or a free barrel roll action.
Yep.
I again, I want to try this on. I don't think it fit with the TIE swarm, the I3s. May they never have an I2, or I think they do have an I2. Don't listen to me. Where
We
is it?
try not.
TIE fighter. The top. I'm sorry. They do have it to I2, but the I2 doesn't have an elite slot, um, or a talent slot. It's the I3s. They're already at 25 points, so even if this was 1 point, you can't fit 8 of them.
Okay, so 7.
Well, you could do 7, and then I don't know if there's enough points to take an
Run
I1.
them lean and mean and run them at 7, but you're still gonna have at least 6, possibly 7, but not 8.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, actually, I can do the math right now. 5, 6,
And
7. Should have done it before. Oh, actually, I can do.
Spiegel, Schmazel.
Yeah, I don't think you can run 8 no matter what. Yeah, it comes out to 204. Um,
Yep,
and I don't know if you want to stagger as well. Basically, what you're trying to do is replace Howl Runner. That's what
yep,
you're trying to do. I don't know how good that's going to be though, because once that with this one, once a Tie Fighter is destroyed, because you in a Howl Runner Swarm, you don't want any Tie Fighters destroyed ever. You want all of them with maximum potential, getting that reroll, and with this, it's very tough. What would you put? I know Johnny's going to say bombers, bombers, bombers.
and Johnny did already.
I know.
Um,
What would you put this with? Your silence is perfect.
for my style of play, for the way I play the game,
Yep.
I wouldn't use it at all, ever.
Yeah.
Neither would I use Hopeful.
Oh,
That's how I play, though. That's my style of play.
I know, because
There's gonna
most,
be guys like you out there that'll play it, and I agree with Johnny, though, throw it on the Bombers. Um,
yeah. So you could
because,
take
Bombers go down. So,
5 strikers with this if it's with the 1 point, and
yeah, I could see strikers with that because, they're pretty much fodder. Um,
sometime, and then you could take some with bombs and stuff like that. So because I know they don't have that native target lock, so then that would give them a lock, and on a 3 dice
you
ship,
know,
especially if they're
the lock
focusing.
on a 3 dice ship with, if you're gonna give me that's gonna allow me to take my focus. All right. And then I know, like, Fred over there is going to take one for the team here in a second. And now everybody's got target locked. So now I'm a fully modded beast of burden. And let's use it for, good instead of evil. But I mean, you're counting on your crew dying in order for you to use this card. Whether it's the rebel version or this version, you're begging somebody to shoot you so you can use it.
Yeah, and I understand the barrel roll action. That's pretty good too, because then you can reposition your ship, and it's the it's very interesting because it's almost like to where even the hopeful card, if your swarm got into a bad position, and even an Imperial and a Rebel, something gets blown up, shoot, duck out. Do everyone do a barrel roll. Get that range 3 bonus. Boost out of arc of all those aces that just try. They kill boxed you. You
Yep.
didn't plan it right. It's an IF'd up card
Yep.
sometimes.
That's exactly what it is.
IF'd
And
up.
like I say, somebody who plays the game like I do, it's an absolutely useless card. To a person who is a very good pilot, uh, they're not going to want to take it because they don't need the assistance.
Yeah.
So you're looking for people who are um, midline players to the top half players, but not quite the tippy tops.
Yeah. So the one
These are designed from people who still need a little bit of help here and there, but it's not going to do me any good, and it's certainly not going to do like uh, Staniszewski. He's going to look at this card and go, "Yeah, I really don't need this."
maybe it because the other one that I want to try is the I-4 interceptors because with that, they're 36 points apiece. It tops out at 180 with 5 of them. That means I can now start substituting in those new aces that I just got. So
Right,
it's going to be so interesting because 5 I-4s, we already know 6 I-4s was really good because of the Nantex. And that was, because they can barrel roll, do all that stuff. And then if all of a sudden you take the latest configuration with these things, okay, I'm going to be able to boost a barrel roll during the systems phase. So that's going to give me the stress. I do a balloon maneuver. I get my normal action, which could be probably a focus because if one of us dies, I get my target lock. I'm not stressed. So then it's okay. I even if you take an evade, like there's so many triggers that I'm thinking of to where those interceptors are going to be very hard to beat because with the Nantex, it's I can bump you, tractor beam myself off, rotate my arc. I've dodged you. With these, if I take another, I can't take the I-4 that gives me a focus after I've bumped, but there are other I-4s out there to where it's okay. I'm gonna barrel roll, do my 3 bank. I take my focus. You come in, you kill one of my guys. I take a target lock. I then can trigger that um, to get all of my attack rerolls, or it's to where, all right, I'm going to do the regular configuration on them. I'm just going to move, take my focus, and then you kill one of my guys. I'm going to take my target lock, which then can trigger the what is it, afterburner auto thrusters, then boost into range 1. And now I'm stressed. So it's the player that plays against this is going to have to seriously pay attention to when this card is out there with stuff that can just link actions. It's going to be something to wonder and be amazed by. I'm not going to lie.
well, if it's too confusing, I know what to do.
You just say, "I'm going to go get a beer. I'll be right back."
I I'm no, I just look at him and say, "Congratulations on your win. I'm gonna go get a sandwich."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mad Chemist is like, I don't even know what just happened. Welcome to Trigger X-Wing Mad Chemist, if that's why you're
Yeah.
confused. So,
So oh, are we gonna do Nash Bridges now?
well, no, that's Fell's Wrath. What are you talking about?
Oh, this is Nash Bridges.
Yeah, 5 strikes. No, this is Fell's Wrath.
This is
So
Nash Bridges.
I I don't know. Fell's Wrath is Nash. Oh, okay, I got it. So, and this is another thing. This is going to trigger with this.
Yeah,
So, if I take 4 interceptors at I-4 with Nash, Fell's Wrath, you can blow up one of my guys. I flip the switch to where he survives. He's destroyed. He just hangs around.
right,
Then I get trigger my beautiful card right here, disciplined. The
right.
ship you just killed that's now unkillable till the end of the turn gets a lock and can then become Fell's Wrath himself. Obviously, what you're going to want to do is shoot at Nash, so that because this guy, oh geez, it's range
Yeah,
0 to 3. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. During the engagement phase, after a friendly or small ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, if that ship is not engaged this phase, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, that ship engages at its current initiative. Or at the current initiative. Because that's the other thing. You kill Nash at I-6, he becomes I-6. So
yeah.
he takes you out. Like, wow.
Yep.
God damn it, Empire.
And
Um,
he's an initiative too.
yeah, initiative 2. But he basically
Cheap at twice
becomes
the price.
and he doesn't have to shoot at the ship that killed him yet. Like,
Nope.
just
Just
blah.
just because.
Yeah, and then it's a reoccurring charge every turn. So if
Yep.
I'm flying 5 interceptors, or you can take Nash with the strikers. Even if you kill them, there's one of them's going to hang out and then be able
Strikers
to
with
trigger all
bombs.
that stuff.
Strikers with bombs.
Oh, he's from Alderaan too. I missed that, Mad. And, and
He didn't like his home world. He wasn't affected.
well, he
It's okay.
survived. Oh, jeez. So this card's going to be amazing. I want to see him on so many tables. It's going to be amazing. Not because he's Fel's Wrath reincarnate, but his ability is just phenomenal.
Yep. For an initiative 2.
So that's the other thing. That's going to drive down his cost, which is just even better.
Yep.
Ugh, I'm
So
so angry at this
so
card.
so Empire got a boost.
Empire definitely did get a boost.
What's next?
Sienna Ree. Uh, I want to say the most hated I6 in all of, you know, X-Wing 'em. Go ahead, read that one.
All right. After you perform an attack, if the defender was destroyed, gain 1 stress token. Okay. And everything went blinky blinky
Yeah,
because you did something on
give
your
it a minute.
screen.
It's there.
What? This is. I hate when you do stuff like this. You kill me.
We'll
You're
do it
killing
live.
me. We are doing it live, you idiot. Jesus. Now I look like a complete moron. Thanks much.
Read the second part.
Okay, now it's cleared up. After a friendly ship at range 0, I like the zeros, 0 to 3 is destroyed, remove the stress token.
Yeah.
You remove. So you get it. Somebody gets knocked around. Yeah, you get rid of it. It's okay. I
Um,
like it.
I I don't like that second part because again, FFG. After a friendly ship at range 0 to
At
3 is
range 2.
destroyed,
After a friendly ship. Yes,
rem-
friendly.
remove 1 stress token.
Hmm.
From what?
Right. I understand where you're going with it. It's implying that you would remove it from your ship, but
Yeah,
it could be that ship over there.
you can
Right over
remove a
there.
stress
Token.
from that ship that was
I'm,
destroyed
re-
or from
I'm
you.
removing 1 stress token.
Or you can
Doesn't
just
say
remove a
from where.
stress token from anywhere on the board at range 0 to
Does not
3.
say from where. That is correct.
FFG!
It,
Someone in chat explained it to me like I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Someone explained it in chat because I'm an idiot. Um, yeah, but anyways, we're not going to get into that.
nope,
Everyone's saying, "Well, what the hell kind of I6 is this? Why is she like this?" So,
because she can be.
no, so if you read the article, it's because she is in love with Thane. That is the rebel pilot in the X-Wing that everyone says, is great but bad. She's worried every time she kills somebody that she's killed Thane. I mean, if you're all of a sudden shooting down Imperial smugglers, I don't know why you think Thane would be there, but I guess if you don't know Thane is a rebel pilot, I guess she doesn't know anything of where he is. So yeah, I guess every ship you blow up, Thane could be on it. Um, but I I'm gonna keep stuttering.
Maybe she should defect now.
No, she's devoted to the Imperials. That's her backstory as well. She drank the Kool-Aid. She's had seconds. She agrees with the Kool-Aid. She doesn't even want to change the flavor. She likes the grape. Um,
Okay,
but I
try the fruit punch.
try the no because the Empire only buys the grape. That's it. You drink whatever they give you. If they change to cherry, then she'll drink the cherry. That's it.
Right,
So with her, number one, you don't have to kill whatever you shoot. It's great if you do, but
right.
you can throw the title in here. She'll be fine. You're not going to be stressed when you shoot because you'll do your barrel roll, be stressed, do a blue maneuver, take your normal action. You're not stressed, and then you shoot something. You kill it. You're stressed. You clear it with a blue maneuver next turn.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
Yep. If something's destroyed, you can remove that stress token. That's a bummer, I know, but it's kind of a bonus. You
Right.
made a bad call. You're no longer stressed. You're back in action. Uh, so I do like her backstory that they added to this, give her a little bit of flavor with her ability. I would
Right.
have loved to have seen it to where it's like kind of the first card to where they make it faction specific. If it was after you perform an attack, if the defender was destroyed and was rebel, gain 1 stress token. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Except if you're playing a scum.
well, that's the thing. If they wanted to make it to where Thane could be anywhere in the universe, yeah, then her ability makes perfect sense. But again, she's an I6 interceptor with double repositioning. If you take her
Right.
as with auto thrusters, she's gonna do just fine. Just make sure when you shoot that you're not double stressed, or that you're not,
She's
But yeah, she's fine. She's doing great at
how
a
are you?
at an I6. I can't complain about another I6 in the Imperials. I can't, regardless of her ability. Oh, I gotta click out of here. There we go.
Yeah.
Volt
Fault.
Skedis.
Fault.
All right, so
Love
this one was already in the Defender. This I don't understand. And I think I wrote that down. Because like, I
this.
crossed out like 6 things because I kept going over how you could make this work for yourself. So
Okay, so
go ahead.
all right, let's think like FFG. All right, your action. You're going to gain a strain token to recover 1 charge. Right? Okay, so now we have a charge. Before you engage, you may spend 1 charge to perform an action. So the first thing I'm going to do for my action is I'm going to take a strain so that I can recover the charge that I had at the very beginning of the game because you got to do that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's going to, at the end of every turn, it's going to go away. That charge that you just gained.
Right, because you have to use it in order to perform an action.
Exactly.
So my question is, do you need this action? No.
So, I mean, this is where I find him very. I know it's basically passive sensors, but at the suffering of taking a strain token. So, if like you're not going to be able to shake that strain token because with if you take the other configuration to where you barrel roll or boost in the systems phase, okay, that's a red maneuver. You'll perform a blue maneuver to clear it. You'll then take his action strain to be able to take
Right,
the his ability to where then you can then perform an action. Basically, if you're facing against an I5 or lower and you have the initiative, I can understand his ability. If you're facing an I5 or higher and they have the initiative, his ability is literally not going to do anything for you,
right,
and you would never use it during the game because
right.
it's you moved. Oh, nuts! I'm in front of like a really strong group. I want to get the heck out of Dodge. Let me do a barrel roll with my spending of the charge. I can double
Hey,
reposition with the boost to get out of
right,
there. I'm now stressed. Huzzah! He lives. So
right,
he's great there. I like that scenario, but any other situation, that's not going to work. And that's the other part. If you bump, you're really going to hate yourself. And then if you've made the wrong call, that strain token's going to get you killed immediately. So, ugh, in an,
well, Chuck is saying it's fine. You have so many blues. A single blue move removes both the stress and the strain.
I know, but it's you have to foresee being able to not only take that strain and but this is the problem with it. It's like if you foresee that your I5 is going to be in the shit, you're like, oh, let me move and take his action to gain a strain. But you've already seen, and this is where I really fail with him, is if all of a sudden you're facing I4s or lower, they've already moved.
Hmm.
So you're going to move and be able to double reposition. You don't have to wait until you engage and then double reposition. It doesn't make that much sense. So his ability is neat, but it's not going to be a great idea.
So chalk it up to a card for card's sake. Marketing. Look, here's another pilot.
Yeah, but you can't do that, chemist, because you need the action in order to recover that charge. So if you've bumped, you've lost your action. So you can't then do his barrel roll and shoot something because the timing window doesn't work like that. I understand if an I5 or I6 bump you, then it works because you've had to have moved first and done your action. Then you can barrel roll or boost. Uh,
See, this card is situational at best, though.
it's super situational, and that's why I don't like it.
And I'm not a fan of the situational cards
Yeah, it's
because it's like, oh, I have to make sure I set up this situation. It's like, was it in 1.0 there was one way that you could actually get a 9 dice attack, and and it was like, if you have this card and this ship and this and this and this and this, and I saw some guy do it on stream, and it was like, and it took you 20 minutes to figure out how to do it. And I mean, if I was your opponent, I would be like, you just wasted 20 minutes of my time in order to pull this trick off. Great. Whatever. You know, this is a situational card. Situational mechanics in X-Wing suck.
I don't. Chuck, explain to me how you're getting 3 actions with this guy. It takes an action to recover your charge. So then that's it. That's your action for the turn. So it's specifically designed to deal with I5s and 6s that move after you. That's what he's designed for. So to where he's getting 3 actions, that doesn't work because you're going to, even if you have the previous, or if you have the configuration to where it can do a barrel roller boost, that's 1 action. You move, your action's going to be to recover a charge. You get 3 actions in the first turn. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Bahama. Nope. The down arrow means you lose the charge each round. Yes. That's where he was.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's where Chuck didn't understand. So, yeah, that down arrow right there means at the end of the turn, that charge goes away. It's the same thing with anything else that has the up arrow. That means it recharges. Yeah, no, it's okay, chemist. Trust me. This is a learning experience for for everyone. Even Dion said today, he's like, I wanted to do all this, all of it, but I have to take so many notes and go over all this nonsense because it's cards like this to where you want to list build with it, you want to see what it can work and trigger with, and then it's what are the rules for half of these things and how do they trigger? Prime example, after a friendly ship at range 0 to 3 is destroyed, remove 1 stress token. I'm assuming
From
that's from any ship,
anywhere.
but so
I'm gonna use that stress token on that other guy over there who's playing two different tables away from me.
yeah, so that's really good. I'm sure that's how the rule works, but for me, I have to read it 3 or 4 times. Yeah, pretty sure
Well,
that's just from see you say that, but Bahamut, why why 0 to 3?
well, yeah.
I know that's for
So
when measuring from a ship that's range 0 to 3, it's destroyed. Remove 1 stress token. And I'm sure you're going to tell me where somewhere in the rules it's it's going to tell me how that works, but for me sitting right here and to determine that now, I got nothing. I'm sorry. I wish I was that adept with the rules and stuff like that. I'm just not. Um, but yeah, that's just that's the problem. Everything's assumption, and that's where we're
right.
headed. It's going to be interesting. All
So
right.
let's move next.
I'm not gonna
This
lie. Oh, the
the
Imp's got
Sky
some good
Dancers
stuff.
Academy class.
Yeah, it should say remove 1 of your stress tokens, but that's where we are with Hera now because the way she's written, she can now pass a
Anything
token whenever she feels like it during the attack and defense phase.
So you're gonna be able to carry 2 of these.
Yeah, right?
Sky Strike Academy class, otherwise the Sky Dancers. After you barrel roll or boost, each of your wingmates is forced to split from the wing
Yeah.
while you defend to 5 of your wing mates.
I
5 in the attack arc may each suffer 1 hit or crit damage to cancel 1 matching result.
Oof. All right.
Oof.
So, well, see, this
Oof.
is why. I mean, for the Sling Paint channel, when you guys are watching this, I mean, we're going in. We've done epic stuff. I'm glad that they're mixing these to where we can do 206 epic, HOTAC, Flight Group Alpha, and so on and so forth.
See you,
In,
Chuck.
huh?
Good night, Chuck.
Oh, night, Chuck. Thanks for coming in. With the epic, you have one leader and you have your wingmates. When the leader moves, it performs actions as normal. It can boost, barrel roll, focus, target lock, do all that stuff. And then the wing will snap with it. With this, if you do that boost or barrel roll to reposition, your wing just falls apart, which you might want, you might like, because your whole entire squad moves at the initiative of the leader. So if your leader is initiative 6 and all your wingmates are initiative 1, they move at initiative 6, which is really great. This is really cool. I like it when my interceptors can boost in a swarm, but this is really cool that they all can just break apart at a moment's notice,
Right.
which means then they also can perform actions as normal as well.
Right.
Ooh, what do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think?
I think we're gonna have to play test this one in HOTAC and see where it takes us because I think it could be a very good card.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just like, let me dump my wingmates so that, they can get shots off and do what they gotta do.
no, absolutely.
It's like jettisoning my cargo. Go away,
I,
you
I
know, and it's nice, and it's nice. So, and it'll depend on what the cost is, of course, but I like the fact that you can have 2 of them.
yeah. How often do I take at least the 3 interceptor squad when I fly Imperials for our epic matches?
Right.
Every
So
time.
you can have 2 of those squads
Yeah,
doing the same at the same time in a flanking pincer maneuver. Oh my god, you're gonna make somebody melt in the middle.
yeah. So, and
And
that's
and imagine you've got your epic ship in the middle,
yep,
okay? And then you're gonna swing in from the sides
yep.
with 2 of your squadrons who are going to break
What?
apart and then into the middle.
Yeah. So this will work with either configuration to where you move and then get your focus or barrel roll and boost. Yeah, focus barrel roll boost. Or it's I have my 3. It's like, you know what? I don't like how this is set up. Let me go forward with my commander. And then the other 2, you're going to barrel roll outwards and then come in and do
Right.
that instead. Because,
This this could cause one hell of a malachi crunch, man.
yeah,
This
it's
you know,
so good. Oh,
you do
that's
not wanna be the ship in the middle of this mess.
no. I mean, because you take interceptors with Predator, and that usually works well. If I all of a sudden could make it to where all 3 of my ships can trigger Predator in a turn, yeah, no, I'll break off formation and then make it rain. I will. I'm not
Yep.
afraid.
So, solid, you know.
All right.
Now we go to the shadows.
This is
Only the shadow knows.
this is the same thing, but in a different timing window.
Right. So
Um,
this was FFG saying, "Hey, it worked good there. Let's try it here."
yeah, you can only take one because Shadow Wing is a specific wing or
One
team
wing,
from Imperial. So
right?
this one, it's you can have the leader barrel roll boost, and then that breaks the formation, or the wingmates, so the whole squad moves, and then during the action phase, after your wings have moved, they all get their actions, which would be focus, target lock, and evade. Are there generic actions that they can take? They can't take a barrel roll to boost normally because they're in a wing. Only the leader can do that. This one allows them to go, you know what? Later. And then they just break out.
Bye. Yep.
That's so good. Because sometimes when your wing moves, one of those guys is going to possibly land on a rock the next move that you do. So it's like, all right, Red 2, break off. I don't need you right now.
Yep. You
Fi-
can come back in a minute.
Yeah, find us later. I'll meet you.
Yeah.
I'll meet you at the
We'll be
cantina.
over there. We're gonna be over there, right there. Nope. Oh, over here. Yeah.
Yeah. So are these usually worth points? Not really, right? I don't think. I think all these configurations are usually 0 points. Oh no, they're usually 2 points or 3 points. Okay, so this
They're
might
not
be.
gonna be. They're not gonna be horrifically
I would.
expensive.
I would say probably anywhere 2 to 4 points. I'd lean towards more 4 because it's hard enough to keep track of a wing now that you can make them break off and
Right.
still have all their actions. Yeah, that's going to be really good in that last minute, especially during certain scenarios. Because I'm sorry, people, certain scenarios you're picking up things, you're shooting at shuttles, you're trying to gather satellite information, and then do all that stuff. If I can break my wing out to make sure that something triggers, yeah, you bet your ass I'm going to take this card.
Right.
All right. Thank you again for watching our video. Please click on the like, subscribe, and share button below to help build the channel. Thank you to all of our Patreon members. Your devotion to us, it's driving us to do more content all the time, and we're going to keep bringing you as much as possible. If you want to join any of our social media accounts, you can see them above and in the description below are the links to each of them. You can join our Discord, our 2 Facebook channels, our 2 YouTube channels. We go live on Twitch Saturdays and Sunday nights. And you can also go over to our recontokens.com webpage where you can buy all the latest and greatest tokens for all of your favorite games. And if you don't see them there, go ahead and email us at recontokens@gmail.com and we can build a custom token, or we can even incorporate your logo into the token and you can play with them, use them as any type of marker. So thank you again and have a good day.